Let's go over the My Accounts page we make available on Memberium sites. So I'm going to log in here with my test account here. And we land on a dashboard. The person has access to one course, but let's click over to the My Accounts page. Now, this My Accounts page is built so that you can add a credit card. This is a feature that's really only necessary if you have a subscription available. So our typical My Accounts page for someone who has just a product includes a way to update their information if they want to change their name. If there's some personal information you want to add in here. We typically don't encourage changing the email address, because if you do that, you're going to make their username for logging in change. So unless that's absolutely necessary, we typically don't provide that. And Memberium does provide a specific shortcode for doing that, and it really shouldn't be changed as part of a form like this. You definitely want to do an update password. People are going to want to change their password from the complex one we typically assign them for Memberium, and something that they can remember, or something that's easier. So we create an add credit card field. Now this field will enable you to add a brand new card. In here you'll see once a card is added, we're going to make it available here so that you can change it. Oftentimes someone will have a credit card that they have to be replaced, or a credit card that expired, and the issuing merchant will give you a card that has the exact same number, but now the expiration date changes, or something changes, or maybe the address, they moved and so they want to change the address. So I'm going to type in here, this is a universal test card. I'm just looking for something that will be accepted. This has to be a date into the future. Doesn't really matter what I type in here. Okay, and I'm going to submit. So you'll notice that because we added that credit card, we now have this update credit card field, which you can then use in the future to change expiration date, to really update that. Now, if you wanted to add a new one, that's what this one is for. And so we find that this approach to adding a credit card is just kind of nice. It's a little bit elegant, and provides the features that you need. So in Infusionsoft, when you update a credit card, any unpaid invoices will start using that card specifically. So it'll try that within the next hour or so, 2 hours, depending upon the timing in Infusionsoft. And if you've got a subscription membership, that will bring it current and open it up if you had previously suspended their access. So let's go over here to this right here is Firefox. This is Chrome. So I'm going to go into the code then, the shortcodes that we use to implement this, and you'll see that they're actually pretty simple. So this right here, we purposely add a memsync contact, which is what enabled me to have this update right away as soon as we added a new credit card. You really want to do it that way. It's a little less efficient over the internet, because it means every time you refresh this page, you get some interaction between the Memberium site and Infusionsoft. But given that it's not something done very frequently, we're not really concerned. So here is this one is real simple. We're just putting the person's name in here. This is a contact form. So this right here is just adding these fields. Here we have a contact form. If I click here and then go to the custom code in here, you'll see that we have a Memberium shortcode start and finish, and it's an update form. And this is just kind of nice, the way that Memberium makes it easy for us to just add form fields like you would in any input form, and it takes care of adding the form pieces. Now, to make it look pretty, we've added some style sheet work with these divs, but for the most part, this is just an input form with labels so that you get the first name. We pre-fill the value using a Memberium shortcode, and then we have a submit button, so it ends up being pretty simple. The change password, this whole thing is implemented just with one Memberium shortcode. That's all it takes. You just add that in there, and it takes care of creating the password field, the confirmation password field, and the button. So very, very simple. This one is also simple. Now what we're doing is, for both of these, we're using the same shortcode. And I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. I need to open this up. We're both using the mem add credit card. It's just that this one, we're restricting it so that you're only adding a credit card. You're not updating a credit card. And that enables us to see this one empty, and this one is going to be pre-filled with the last credit card that's on the Infusionsoft members account, which is typically the one that people would want updated. That is likely to be the only one that is used for a subscription. So there's no reason to do anything differently. So again, if we go over here, you'll see that this is the same shortcode. It's just that we're using this parameter add only. Now this one here we want to show optionally. If you remember, when we first got to the My Accounts page, there was no update credit card showing. And the reason for that is because we use this shortcode, very simple. Mem has a credit card, and it comes back with true or false. And if it's true, it'll display this. Otherwise, it's not. And so this keeps this yellow area from showing up if they do not have a credit card on file. So that's how we build our My Accounts page. And again, remember, you're only going to need this part at the bottom if you have a subscription. Otherwise, updating a credit card makes no sense for someone who just has a purchase once product.